make this quick, girl. Alita might not mind you sneaking about here. But me, I'm not on her favorite list.
I won't be long. I just need to say goodbye.
What'd you see in him anyway? Of all the other flyboys, why him?
He wasn't always like that. There was a time before the Great War, before we lost Skyfire. Wishful thinking, I suppose. It wasn't the same after the war started. But I felt it was my duty to make sure he wasn't slagged for shooting off his mouth. Looks like I failed miserably. He was responsible for his own decisions, girl, not you. But ultimately it was Megatron who put those damn ideas in his head.
Megatron used Skyfire's disappearance and Starscream's depression to warp him. To that.
Girl, listen to me. Starscream had to allow Megatron to do that to him. He's just as much at fault as Megatron. You weren't responsible for his actions no more than he was responsible for yours. Now say your goodbyes and let's head home.
She's right.
See you around, Flyboy. I will avenge you, I promise, for what Megatron did to your spark and what Galvatron did to your shell.
Feeling a little better?
No, not really. Well, you know me, girl. I was trying to help. I appreciate it. No, really, I do.
I know you do. Against my better judgment, I may be able to help you even more to keep your promise to that good-for-nothing prick you kept at your side.
Galvatron had contacted us for a job. He's already paid half of it. We considered sending Minnie, but maybe we should have it.
You did slag for him when he was Megatron under us. He sure as hell gonna know you, though. And he'll know your tactics and loyalties. And he ain't gonna let you step out of line if you don't take this up. I don't want to see you end up like Starscream because of this. I'm only telling you this because I know how much it means to you to keep promises. Thank you.
We might have to get Minnie to help you after all. But Galvatron wants us on Sol 3.
Time has no meaning when you're dead, as I soon found out. Everything seems to be in slow motion or played back at insanely high speed. However, the events transpiring before the remains of my shell interest me, awakening me from my eternal slumber.
Darkstar, a Decepticon who refused to take a side. Rather, he ran a neutral courier service between enemy lines. Shockwave put an end to that a couple of centuries prior to my death, and since taking residence on Sirius 2, a commerce planet 9 light years from Sol. He never liked me. The failing was mutual.
Artemis, a childhood sweetheart, I do admit. Now a loyal subordinate of mine, with no intention of allowing my death to go unpunished. She is yet to outlive her usefulness. Every time she comes so dangerously close, she pulls another trick out of her gauntlet.
However, Galvatron knows of my tactics, true. He wouldn't allow me to get close to her. I'll have to observe closer.
I would have to observe closer. There you are. Then we saw.
Good job, kid.
Me Grimlock stopped strange robot. Me Slag, too.
Optimus Prime, successor of Artemis, successor of you.
Give it up, Ross Macabre. You're outnumbered.
Do you truly think I would give up so easily? You must know I'm not a typical Deceptibot.
In all my years, why Grimlock stopped Slag? She not ordinary Deceptibot. Oh, what you mean? Skids, follow her.
Right away, Cup.
We're gonna need backup at the Sirius spacebridge fast. Speedy little vixen, isn't she? Yes, and she was an Autobot. We don't want her rejoining the Decepticons. I thought she was a Rosmacom mercenary. Yeah, she was both. She joined them. He must have let Springer and RC to have a look.
And also Road Rage is with her. They both could join up with the Decepticons.
Her weakness was upgrading. That's why I didn't recognize her to begin with. She's constantly upgrading herself.
I lost track of her.
Well, she can't get off this rock any more than we can. Until Skylynx is back. We will have to fight her. She'll be heading for the starport. We should go there. Springer to Optimus. We found her. Go ahead, Springer.
It appears Road Rage is with her.
Something's happening and we need to find out what. I got a bad feeling about this.
3 against 1. That's hardly fair.
Give up, Decepticon. You're outnumbered.
But not outsmarted. That's obvious. Come back here, coward. No one calls me a coward. We don't want to hurt you, kid.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I will.
It's over, Decepticon.
Not by a long shot.
Artemis, give up. We know who you are.
We must leave. I'm sorry, Cap.
I know you are, kid, but why did you do it? What did she do? She remembered.
You did me no wrong, save hinder my mission.
What did she get away with? A burnt-out macro chip. What's so special about that? The macro chip was part of Unicron's processor. Human scientists found it on Cybertron after he was destroyed and brought it to the research lab in Portland. They couldn't get anything out of it. What would the Decepticons want with the dead chip? That's what I want to know. Autobots, back to base.
Autobot pursuit disengaged. Ability to reach objective without hindrance. Affirmative.
All of that trouble for this piece of junk. I wonder what Galvatron would want with it. What is it?
It's a chip from Unicron. Burned out beyond use. But obviously worth something to Galvatron. You don't by chance know why he's interested in this thing. Negative. You don't suppose the Quintessons created Unicron, do you? Negative. The mass of Unicron would require more than what the Quintessons were able to produce in a period of 1 billion years. What are you getting at, Arty? Don't call me Arty. I was just wondering. Take, for example, the Quintessons creating the first Autobots and Decepticons. Something must have created Unicron, and because he was a Transformer like us, would have made him one of the Quintessons' designs.
Negative. And why's that?
Probability of Galvatron caring about that. Nil. Was that a joke? You win. Well, we gotta get to the rendezvous. Question. Why did you falter back there? Well, I wasn't expecting Cup to know who I was. He was an old friend of mine, back before the Third War.
Expected?
He surprised me, that's all. We are nearing the rendezvous. This damn thing better be worth it. Soundwave and Thundercracker 2 are outside.
Artemis, the renegade, I presume.
You've heard about me. Excellent.
Of course I have. I am all ears.
Generation Soundwave has a sense of humor.
I don't know. He's not very funny.
Final destination, Decepticon base. But where is everyone? Weapons out. I don't like the look of this. What if there's a trap?
Soundwave and I will cover you. Probability of ambush with this tactic minimal.
Alright. But if I get killed? We'll probably get killed right after you. Now go. There's no one here. Guard up and search the area. See if we can find any trace of the others.
We must search for the other Decepticons. What now?
Check all the minor caverns in there. They might be having a meeting in the war room. We'll stay topside and alert you if there's any news. I've got a funny feeling about this. It's called paranoia. I thought it was inbred in Decepticons. I got it from associating with paranoids. Come on, Soundwave. They gotta be around here somewhere.
Direction.
Best bet would be to get to higher ground. We could shout better, at least when they get back.
Agreed. Decepticon approaching.
It's about time. I just hope there hasn't been another coup since we left.
Negative. The only one that would dare challenge Galvatron.
Starscream the fool, and look where it got him. Who's there?
State your business.
Blitzwing, what the hell are you doing here?
Guard watch.
Blitzwing, you're banished, remember? Galvatron banished you for aiding with the Autobots. That story about tell it to the Autobots when you found the Quintesson secret agenda.
Oh yes, I wasn't actually here, alright?
I didn't see anything. Did you?
My optic sensors must be malfunctioning.
Get out of here, Blitzwing.
Thanks, I owe you one. Showing a little mercy for Blitzwing.
Well, it's just that I don't care what he does.
Sure you don't. Yeah, listen, I was just checking out the ruins. You don't want to go in there.
I don't care what kind of kinks he's into. I don't want to know. Well, you didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Let's go.
Bring the little trinket. The first function was to collect and process energy. The second function was a home for Earthside Autobots. The third function, was tried in the past numerous times, was defense. What a night. Cup, tell Grimlock the time. It's 8:15. AM or PM? BM. Is that before or after age? After, Grimlock. Thanks, Optimus. It's amazing they managed to get this far without being slagged. By who? The Decepticons or us? Anyway, what's their hurry? Some TV show they can't bear to miss. What's up? Huh? You've got something on your mind? Lad, in times like these, I've always got something on my mind. You knew her personally, didn't you? Lad, let's just say I never would have expected this. Artemis was loyal to the Autobot tradition, even though she tended to stay out of the conflict. I'm trying to figure out what went wrong. I think we were all wondering the same thing. What happened? I thought you were in pursuit. Forgive me, Optimus, but I believe we may have a problem. How bad? I believe the Decepticons have discovered a cloaking device. Tell me you're joking. Afraid not. Once they cleared the continent, they vanished. Just like in Star Trek, when Romulans and Klingons just vanish, poof, without trace. Yeah, vanished. It doesn't really matter now. There's only one place they'd go. You'd think they'd go there? Precisely. Autobots to the war room. Me Grimlock say it was a rerun. Dinobots would come to war room. With the Dinobots on the bridge, they will be able to tell us the air velocity of an unladen swallow. Me Slag say African or European. Well, I don't know. Okay, everyone, let's get some order in here. We didn't see this one coming, but I'll keep my mouth shut. First order of business, the theft tonight from the Technical Institute by a Decepticon mercenary. Both the thief and the item stolen were of grave concern to us. The item was a macro chip from Unicron's processor. The chip, as pointed out by Dr. Rydar at Portland, had reassured us that it could not be in any way reactivated. 95% of it was totally destroyed. Okay, I'm feeling a bit more relieved now. Though it wouldn't make much sense why the Decepticons would want the chip to begin with. Even if it did work, why would Galvatron want to reactivate Unicron? Perhaps to attempt to control which was controlling him. And even then, that wouldn't be probable, since the only artifact that survived the destruction was Unicron's head.
This may seem like a long shot, and not to sound like I'm siding with the Decepticons, but you all know Galvatron hasn't been, well, himself after the incident. What if he wants the chip only to reassure that Unicron is dead?
I'm not discrediting any theories here, and perhaps that may be the reason. But to send a mercenary? A common tactic, lad. He didn't want to risk his own men, so he hired out. In case we captured the mercenary, he, or in this case she, wouldn't reveal why Galvatron wanted the chip.
Understood, but why didn't she shoot us or tell us or didn't attempt to shoot us or not to kill, huh? I was point blank from her and she only fired to daze. It didn't seem like a tactic a Decepticon would even consider. Even what she said before she attacked. You did me no wrong, save hinder my mission.
That's because at one time she was an Autobot. Cup, perhaps you should tell them. Her name is Artemis, a courier during the wars. Though she was an Autobot, she stayed neutral. I hadn't heard from her until now. So why is she siding with the Decepticons now?
We don't know, lad.
Next order of business. Even more bad news. According to Skylinks, the Decepticons have managed to get their hands on a light refractor. You mean a cloaking device, like in Star Trek? A little more sophisticated, but yes. If the Decepticons possess such a weapon, they may become problematic. You only voiced the logic I thought. So those are our main concerns about the Decepticons. Though we've been reassured by numerous sources that the chip is indeed no threat, I still find it best if we recovered it. Though the cloaking device will pose a problem, I want the three of you to come up with something that will either track it or render it useless.
It shouldn't be that much of an obstacle, since the complexity of the refractor is working on the fact that it bounces ambient light. What I mean to say is that it shouldn't take too long. We'll get right on it.
When do you estimate the time for completion?
Given the time for trial and error, 2 days at the most.
We will monitor all radio frequencies. If you hear anything pertaining to the Decepticons or Unicron, let me know as soon as possible. I thought you were going to give us something challenging. And let me know when the device is ready. Artemis' theory on life was to only show fear once to a person. With a creature like Galvatron, showing fear was what he wanted, so that he could rule over the other Decepticons. If asked if she feared the mighty and tyrannical leader, she would answer at one point, long ago, but never extended on that. In truth, Artemis had forgotten how to fear.
This is about time you returned.
It is not your position to demand answers. It's about time you returned.
We would have been here sooner, Lord Galvatron, but the absence of a guard at the door raised our suspicions. As Soundwave would attest to, we were securing the perimeter to assure that there was no foul play involved. We finally encountered Blitzwing, which assured us that the situation seemed novel.
Is this true, Soundwave?
It is, Lord Galvatron.
Who put Blitzwing on guard duty while consulting me? He used to be a traitor. Blitzwing volunteered for duty, Lord Galvatron. No one else wanted to miss your meeting.
Good save on your part.
Artemis, Soundwave informed us of your mission's success.
The Autobots attempted to interfere. They didn't delay us too much.
If only certain true-built Decepticons would show such efficiency. It sickens me that I must hire mercenaries, rather than trust my own soldiers to get the success I desire. This is part of Unicron's processor. The Autobots and the humans believe it to be destroyed beyond use. However, it holds key to technology we couldn't even begin to fathom. The simple light refractor Astrotrain possesses will seem obsolete in comparison to the stealth capabilities and firepower we could gain. We could win back Cybertron and destroy the Autobots. Your life is in danger, Artemis. You've outlived your usefulness to Galvatron, and he's beginning to see you as a threat. The moment you're not watching or back, he will strike. I've never trusted Galvatron.
What? How'd you get in here?
I'm not really here. I'm a ghost. Now pay attention.
They can't see you. No, I care, damn it. They're talking about destroying my...
Are you sure, Artemis?
There are some ideas I learned from experience I can't ignore.
Your life is in danger, Artemis. You've outlived your usefulness to Galvatron. He's becoming to see you as a threat. The moment you're not watching your back, he'll strike.
I never trusted Galvatron. Him and Megatron are one and the same. And I've hated his very essence ever since he killed you.
You are too weak for vengeance. It is not your way.
I've made it my way. That's why I've joined the Decepticons.
You didn't join them. You don't stand with them now.
I want my due payment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Cyclonus, Scourge, Thundercracker, Soundwave, Sandstorm, and Artemis will retrieve the information and technology. Soon, my Decepticons, we shall take back Cybertron and the Quadrant.
Lord Galvatron, when do we leave?
Immediately.
But Lord Galvatron, shouldn't we fix Astrotrain first?
Are you questioning my plans, Artemis?
No, mighty Galvatron. I just thought we should be prepared and all.
Very well, then. State your purpose, but do not trust me.
No, Lord Galvatron. I've taken into consideration the possibility of Autobot defenses. We're going to be in range of their sensors when we reach the device, and we should all be charged for battle. I'm only looking for the good of the mission and for the success of the Decepticons.
Very well, then. In 12 hours, the mission team shall meet in the main chamber. Slipstream, you have guard duty.
Yes, sir. Very well. Dismissed.
There's a message coming in. Patch them through. This is your eye in the sky report coming at you. Got possible Decepticreeps heading your way. Didn't know for certain. Optimus thinks they might try something stupid, if you catch my drift. I want to keep your optics peeled toward Unicron's part. Though we got to warn you, they got some weird cloaking device crap on Astrotrain.
We'll upgrade Sky Patrols, and if they get anywhere near here, kaboom!
We got the prof working on some equally weird decloaker, and you'll be the first to know when it comes up with it. Blast out.
Cloaking device, eh? What about sending an energon sweep of the area in a 50,000 click radius from the planet? Will give us a fair enough warning. No matter the size of their army, they can't cloak their whole energy exhaust. It's impossible. Unless they vent it back into the ship, but that would be toxic to even Cybertronians.
Will that work? In theory, yes. All a cloaking device is a light refractor, needing ambient light to bounce and redirect to create the illusion of invisibility, or something like that.
It's the only plan we have at the moment. Since we learned about the cloaking device before Blaster mentioned it, do we have any guarantee that it'll work, Chaz?
Heck no. Again, this is only in theory. But if they need to do anything, they need to uncloak. And if that doesn't work, you got enough firepower to level Char.
The faith in our defenses is commendable.
Hey, you've got me as a gunner.
That's why I'm worried.
Proximity sensors might also help. Though they don't have much of a range. If we scatter them around Unicron's fragment, they will serve as a great early warning device.
I was wondering why the Decepticons pulled chunks of Unicron into orbit of this planet. One wrong move and the Decepticons will go kablooey. Make it so.
Every move with them is a wrong move. Blaster, are you rocking?
I'm rocking and I'm rolling. Cass, lend me some video and some news.
Hot time in the old town tonight, Blaster. We got sensor readings from the warp gate out in our end of the neighborhood, showing major tachyon fluxes. You know what that means, amigo?
No, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
It means something big passed through there. Nothing visual, save this. It's not the only thing. Astrotrain may be cloaked, but the tachyons he's dragging from the warp gate is giving a major clue to what direction he's going.
Straight to that piece of Unicron they dragged out to the Sirius system.
Exactly.
Stay on the horn, kiddo. I'm hailing the chief. Hey, Optimus, I think you and the prof should hear this. With confirmation of Decepticon activity.
Okay, Chaz, what's the story?
I tracked their tachyon mission.
Amazing. I would have never thought of using tachyon traces in searching for the cloaked vessel. Wonderful detective work, chassis. I must return to the device and utilize this new revelation. We got Sky Patrols up, triple duty, and we set up proximity sensor relays all around the fragment. in case the Decepticons get sneaky.
Everyone's on red alert, though I don't think the Decepticons have any intention of attacking with such a small fleet. At the speed Astro Train came out of the warp gate, it's safe to say that there's probably only 10 Decepticons with him, at max.
Anything else accompanying Astro Train?
No, sir. Trax has got his optics glued in the surveillance. If anything happens, he'll let us know. Found it all by myself. Trax knows the warp gate flexes, but I'm the one who figured out the tachyon traces.
Smart ass. Great work, both of you. Blaster should keep monitoring. Well, it seems like the Decepticons are using that weird new man-on-base rule that they used in the Giants and Royals game and gave the Royals the winning run. Astro Train has the light refractor, but we found the tachyon produced from the warp gate had given them away. They are heading for the artifact, all right. So when are we going to start busting Decepticon heads? As soon as Wheeljack finishes whatever he's got cooking. Maybe another hour, the way it's working. What's the plan, my man? Here's the plan. After the device is finished, I'm taking Cup, RC, Springer, and the Dinobots. Here with us. We'll meet outside in an hour. Sounds like a good plan. Then it's settled. We want to be on red alert at all times. No telling what Galvatron has planned for us. He already pulled a 9th inning cheat with the Giants versus the Braves. Who knows what else he's going to do? Hopefully only that one. But there's no telling. Galvatron is full of surprises.
Well, this is familiar. When was I going to get paid?
Be cautious on the mission, Artemis. Galvatron is scheming.
Damn it, it was that phantom voice of reason again. When isn't he scheming? If schemes are currency, he would have bought the entire galaxy by now.
Just keep in mind what you are doing.
Don't worry, Starscream. I was thinking about that.
Do you think about how the next mission may be your last?
Oh, you mean mortality? I die when I die. Simple as that. I'm not a leader, so I don't become one with the Matrix. I don't go to some higher plane. It's just oblivion, nothing else.
Remember, you and the others were freed from that prison planet. Entering Cybertron detection grid.
Proximity detection grid activated. The Autobots know we're here. Let them. Scourge, Cyclonus, take care of their pitiful sky patrol. Astro Train will continue on course at top speed. I can taste the victory at hand.
Why do I feel this a fool's errand?
Decepticons attack. I wish to hear the screams of the Autobots as they die. Stormbolt, no! Scourge is running. I repeat, Scourge is running. One casualty. Stormbolt. I copy, Stormwave. The proximity sensors are going crazy. By the object. Better check it out. Warp gate is active again. Yowza, more Decepticons. No, it's Skylinks. Ladies and gentlemen, the cavalry has arrived. Firestreak, Sunflare, backup Sky. Kismet, Longshock with me. Babysitting the sweep. We're gonna give them a spanking they'll never forget. Stormrave, request to accompany you. Astro Train, destroy them. But we don't have time for this. Obey your orders. So what's the plan, Optimus? Galvatron's not going to let this be easy for us. No matter what, he'll continue on whatever he has in mind. Our goal is to retrieve the macro chip at best, and at worst we destroy it. The Decepticons are on a stealth mission. Already Sky Patrol was badly damaged in an encounter with them. And they're still tracking Astro Train. Maybe we should blow up that piece of Unicron's head they brought out here. No, it should be returned to Cybertron. to the head of Unicron, as a symbol to all Transformers. I was just kidding.
Wheeljack figured out that the cloaking device wouldn't work in an atmosphere, because you totally see it. The device was actually a two-part plan combining the remaining options.
The stolen part is part of Unicron's skull in robot mode. We will enter through there. It's one of his ears? Are you sure about that? Unicron's ear leads to a part of the brain case, which was taken from Cybertron. That's where Galvatron would most likely be. Skylinks will keep watch outside and keep Astral Train at bay. The only way Astral Train will fight is in robot form, and he would need to decloak to transform, let alone fight. Keep in mind, we'll also have Cybertronian defense as well, covering the area. Remember, we're the backup. Stop Galvatron. Got it. Dinobots bash Decepticons. This is extremely unorthodox for Galvatron. Normally, he would send the entire Decepticon army for overkill.
He's probably realizing that brute force is not the way to do things.
It's not? No, you big bozo, it's not. I seriously doubt that. To tell you the truth, it reminds me of a tactic Ironhide and I used with other Autobots pulled on SETI 7 during the Rockian occupation. We were searching for weaknesses in the slave pens. It's basic search and retrieve with diversion. So you're saying the Decepticons are using an Autobot tactic? It's a universal tactic for patient soldiers. Decepticons rarely have the patience for maneuvers like that. Artemis. Nyla. My thoughts exactly. Decepticons, follow me. Style ghosts. Maybe you should consider a flight upgrade.
Where would be the challenge in that?
I will take Soundwave and Artemis into the database. The rest of you guard here. Alert us if any Autobots set foot inside and hold them off. They shouldn't take too long. As you command, Lord Galvatron. Unicron mumbles even in death. He forgets he's been beaten and destroyed. The one thing the Autobots did that was useful. With luck, they weren't destroyed as well.
A dead god. Nobody around Cybertron, the rest of his head lays dreaming.
Now the moment of truth. The time of the Decepticons to retake the homeworld is nigh.
Mighty Galvatron, I am picking up Autobot air traffic. They have apparently spotted Astral Train using some sort of photonic missile.
Decepticons, Astro Train has allowed the Autobots to break through. Hold them off. Prepare the heavy artillery, my lord. What's going on, Soundwave?
Interference from inside the canal, sir.
Did you retrieve the information from his backup system?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. I have it.
Some kind of discharge, a defense system or something.
We have what we came for. Let's slip the dogs of war, Decepticons.
Are you alright, Soundwave?
Systems compensating.
Who dares interrupt my dreaming? Galvatron, you are bold to return to me without fear. Too bold, in fact. Unicron, you are inoperative. Unicron, you are merely a scrap of twisted metal floating in the vacuum of space. You are dead. Am I? I function even in death, Galvatron. And although you believe otherwise, you and your minions still belong to me.
Lord Galvatron, what is it?
A ghost. Nothing that concerns you, mercenary. Keep your post. You're a fool, Galvatron. As you were. As you always shall be.
We're missing 2 Decepticons.
Yahoo! Optimus, Grimlock here. What is it, Grimlock? Cyclonus, not moving. What? What do you mean by not moving? Not moving? He's just standing there. Looked like he terrified of mighty Dinobots. Maybe there's something more, Grimlock. Keep guard there. They aren't moving. The other sweeps aren't fighting either. Lord Galvatron, we should leave now. Lord Galvatron, Soundwave. The Dinobots and the Autobots are storming forward. Cyclonus and Scourge aren't responding to anything.
Pattern detected. What is it? Astro Train, meet us on the dark side. Make yourself dead until we get there. Galvatron and Cyclonus are not responding.
Neither are the sweeps.
Galvatron is frozen. Now's my chance.
This is what makes you a Decepticon, Artemis. This is why you left the Autobots, for revenge.
He destroyed you once. He was the reason you left. He was the reason you died. I've waited for this moment for an eternity.
And now you have it. Galvatron will die. Do it, Arty. Do it like you did just now in your head. You have the sword in your hand, and Galvatron is still frozen.
No, I will not destroy him. It is not my way.
Unicron betrays you, Arty. You should have destroyed Galvatron while you had the chance.
What?
Your payment, mercenary. Your reward for betrayal. No, Galvatron, don't. There it is. Come on, RC. The Decepticons are getting away.
Springer, it's Artemis. She's been shot. She's still alive. We should get her to a mech lab. They're already as good as dead, Autobots. Galvatron's our main concern. He's got information about Unicron's offenses and defenses. Leave me.
Autobots. So concerned about everything but their own well-being.
We gotta do something, Springer.
There's another Decepticon signature approaching. No, leave me here. Let me die in peace. Are you begging me, Arty? That's a first. I'm only here to make you comfortable. I truly wish I could help ease your pain physically.
I know you better than that.
True, but right now I'm all you have. Galvatron is retreating. We are alone, Arty. Just the two of us. A ghost and a dying mercenary. Truly the odd couple, eh?
Oh, leave me alone. I was just your token girlfriend. You only had eyes for Megatron. Everybody knew it.
I can't let you do that, Arty. If you die, you'll end up joining me in limbo here. So you might as well get used to it. I'll be all you have for the rest of time. So I'd be in hell. Blitzwing. Well, you can't see me, so I'm out of here. Ah, she's badly wounded. I figured Galvatron would do something like this. Well, she did help us escape Galvatron's wrath. Blitzwing, what are you doing here? Please, she helped me escape Galvatron's wrath too. That's all I can do for her. Must be the generation timeline, Blitzwing. Springer, get her to the med lab. Thank you, Optimus. From Earthrise. I think she wants to come back to the Autobots. If not, I will be on Recure, the rejected planet. There is a small group of Transformers there that will accept her. Again, thank you. Let him go. We'll do our best for her, Blitzwing.
Not to question authority, Optimus, but why'd you let him go?
If it wasn't for him, Chaz, we'd all be at the mercy of the Quintessons.
So what side is he on, anyway?
The rejected. They're Transformers who have remained neutral, been banished or left on their own accord. They tend to stay out of Cybertronian politics, going their own way. Yes, but with the Decepticon threat neutralized, we shall leave this place. Oh no! Oh no! We should commit to a tactical retreat. Yes. Hoist front and center. We got a fresh one for you. Repair or autopsy? Repair. She's a Decepticon, sir. Just repair her, Earthrise hoist. Just an observation. Yippers, repair. Okay, Miguel, this will hurt like a bugger until I can turn off her pain receptors. Cup, distract her while I work my magic. There we go. Autobot circuitry. Will wonders never cease?
I'm sorry, Cup. I haven't been in my right mind lately.
No, lass, you haven't. We're hoping that maybe we can help you regain them. Cup? Not now, lad. Why, Artemis? Why did you do it? Cup, I asked you to talk to her, not give her a frickin' inquisition. Don't make me ask Springer for his charming bedside manner. Damn it, whatever the frig shot her killed some high-end neural relays. Some of these wiring systems are totally alien. Looks like Terran components, Syrian, some even Lithonian. I can reattach the arm, but you're going to need a junkie on to get it to work right. Hoist, is she going to live? She's stable. The wound's serious, but not fatal. She would have died from lack of energy before the wound killed her. Whoever shot her was not aiming to kill.
Galvatron shot me, if you must know. I don't need you talking as though I was not here.
Get some rest, Miguel. Back to my report. Her arm will be dead at her side, unless we can get Rek Gar and his crew to rework the circuitry to get it to work again. She'll be fine once she gets out of her sleep mode. With the exception of her arm, of course. Good. We'll take her back to the base, then. Are you sure that's a good idea, sir? I mean, she's fine to travel, but she's a Decepticon. I'll keep an eye on her. It's okay, Hoist. We can handle her. No problem. If you don't mind, I'd like to stay with her. Seems she's more comfortable around you anyway. I doubt she would talk to the rest of us anytime soon.
Hey, Optimus, sir?
Yes, chassis?
Hey, I was just wondering, what's all the fuss with the Decepticon?
She was once an Autobot. Cup knew her before the Third War. We don't know much more else at this point.
Oh, you mind if I go with you guys? Change the scenery, you know.
You're just about as curious as us about Artemis, aren't you?
That too.
Very well then. We will meet back at Skylings. Thank you, sir. They're ours, Decepticons. All of Unicron's secrets are ours.
What happened to Arty?
Her services were no longer needed.
Shit. She owes me money.
Soundwave. Connect and upload the information.
As you command, Megatron.
What? Greetings, Galvatron. You did not possibly believe you could get away with this so easily. Lord Galvatron. Unicron mocks me, even in death. I am beyond mocking, Galvatron. I am now punishing. Your foolish actions will cost you. You believe me as dead. Even in death, I am still much more powerful than you. Get it out of me, Galvatron. Ah! What happened, mighty Galvatron? He downloaded a virus when he was connected to Unicron. Run the antivirus program. Unit Soundwave Polyhex Communications and Espionage version 1.A online. Operating 47%. Compensating.
That's his restart program. Damn it. Antivirus detected. Unrecognized neural virus. Compensating.
What does that mean? That means the device we stole from Unicron was useless. It was just a virus. Lord Galvatron, we may all be affected by it. We all have missing time. Yes, Unicron tricked us all along. How are we going to compensate, mighty Galvatron? How are we going to cure his virus? I know of only one who could do it. Find me Shadow Dancer. I was never that cocky. Are you sure about that? Okay, maybe a little. Don't get me started. You're thinking again. And you know what I'm thinking about. Artemis. It's what she said to me before Hoist activated a shutdown mode. That she wasn't worthy of redemption. Lad, I think she wants to return to the Autobots. She can't be trusted. I think she knows that too. I don't even think she can trust herself. She has nowhere else save Recrior. I'll take responsibility for her, unless she decides to go to Requiem. Then I seriously doubt. Artemis was not one to enjoy being rejected. I've never known you to fail, old friend.
What's going on in here?
You're having a nightmare.
I must be. You're here.
At least your charming sense of humor is returning, dry as it is.
So what is this place? This isn't like anything I've ever dreamed before.
That's because it's not a dream, Artemis.
Not a dream. Your soul, as the fleshlings put it. We call it a laser core, as they do. But we also call it a spark.
It is at a crossroads.
A choice between three paths.
One leads to loyalty.
The other to betrayal.
And the third?
Nothing.
And which path should I take?
The choice is for you to make.
And what if I choose nothing?
Death.
Rebirth.
Stop this. Stop this madness. I don't know who or what you are, or why you're doing it to me, but stop it right now.
But Arty, don't you understand? We're your conscience. We're you.
We're not ghosts, Artemis. We're parts of your personality, by you and your relation to ghosts of your past.
And why do you haunt me? Leave me be.
You're a Decepticon, or at least a renegade. Or a renegade. It makes you a neutral. This is your crossroads, Artemis.
Why me, then?
I do not know. You hold an importance to what is yet to come. That's all I know.
Importance? I'm a mercenary, not a great leader like you.
Your choice and what you do will point you in the right direction.
I wish I had more information.
She can't be trusted. I think she knows that too. I don't even think she can trust herself. She's nowhere else, save Requiem.
What? The rejected planet?
She wouldn't like the rejected planet. Over my dead secretary.
What? What is going on here?
He has faith in you, Artemis. Yuck.
I mean, I'll take responsibility for her. Unless she decides to go to Requiem, which I seriously doubt. Artemis was not the one to enjoy being rejected. He's right. What are you going to choose, Artemis? He was willing to be your friend once more. The others won't trust you, you know. That's true. As much as I don't trust myself. You don't trust yourself with what? You believe you would pick up a rifle and shoot Prime in the back? No, of course not. Do you believe you'd betray the Autobots to the mercy of the Decepticons? No. The Quintessons? No. What about Galvatron? Would you be able to keep your cool if you were to face him again? Would you face him alone out of revenge? That is where you do not trust yourself. You still hold the Decepticon need for vengeance. Not only for the death of Orion Pax, but for one other. If Galvatron hadn't fired on you, would you be here right now? Probably better off without this madness. All these dreams and ghosts haunting me. There's an Artemis somewhere that wants to return home. To Cybertron? To what once was? Why is this happening to me?
Consumer model designate RTMS-1. Flawed. Mental instability due to high imbalance of emotions. Result, confusion in model. Unreliable in workforce. Conclusion, recycle as soon as possible.
Designate? I don't understand.
Are you not consumer designate RTMS-1?
I am Artemis.
You are consumer designate RTMS-1.
I am Artemis.
Artemis is the name you call yourself. Your official designation is RTMS-1.
I am Artemis.
You are one of the consumer goods from that Cybertronian manufacturing plant. You are flawed, more than most from that particular plant. Conclusion, you should be recycled. What are you? This is the original programming of all Cybertronians. The production plant serial designate Vector Sigma, programmed by the Quintesson creators to install the basic attributes.
What's going on here? I don't believe this.
You were not programmed to express individualism at this level.
And this concerns you. Get this Quintesson program. I'm Artemis, formerly of the Autobots and Decepticons. I am my own person. I make my own choices. I recommend you delete yourself from my head, or else I'll find a way to do it myself.
Good to have you back in the land of the living.
If you call my life living.
May I ask you some questions, Artemis?
I have a feeling I already know them. Why did I do what I did? I don't know why at first, Cup. Anger, confusion, my sense of belonging, non-existent. Or perhaps I've truly gone mad with all the fighting.
I see.
Why, Cup? Why am I not restrained? Surely Optimus must not think I'm trustworthy.
Would you go back to the Decepticons after what Galvatron did to you?
No. That's what I thought.
You're gonna be alright?
I hope so. Cup, I'm not worth all this trouble. Maybe I should go to Ricari afterward. Once broken, trust is nearly impossible to rebuild.
I used to say that. So, you were listening to me. I always thought your mind was somewhere off in the Crab Nebula.
When you used to lecture me and Orion when we got caught doing something wrong. And why are you still doing this, Cup? Why are you still standing beside me? I betrayed everyone I'd ever cared for.
Maybe because I see a little of that kid who used to cause so much trouble for me. And what I see of her, she wants to return home.
I want to return home someday.
Your choice in what you do will point you in the direction you need to go.
Yuck. Simpering Autobot nonsense.
You would have been proud of him. He still fought even after he knew he was not going to survive.
Always had to be the noble one. One path to betrayal, another path to loyalty. Still another to nothingness. I choose this path, Cup. A Junkion? What is he doing here?
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a biomechanical engineer. Oh. Wreckgar over here helped hoist to fix you up real good. Oh, and I've got to keep my reputation as a miracle worker.
Well, you're so smart. Why couldn't you get rid of that Starscream ghost that keeps bothering me?
Perhaps because he is part of your psyche, a coping mechanism.
I like this guy. He's really annoying.
You would.
By God, Jim, she's not exactly firing on all thrusters. I know you're concerned, but trust me, lad, I really do believe she wants to come back to our side. I've known her since she was younger than Wheelie. Already, I'm seeing bits and pieces of the Autobot she once was. We can rebuild him stronger or faster. He will be the world's first bionic man. Enough with the TV quotes, Wreckgar. Will she be fully functional? What, Governor? I suppose you didn't want to hear me Dr. House impression?
No.
A little simpler than the human equivalent. We reattached everything properly.
Guess it's better than dying, yeah.
Ultra Magnus and I just arrived. It seems the Decepticons have a situation over there. How are you feeling?
Better. As you probably know, Galvatron got away with whatever was downloaded on this chip. Our concern now is to find out what's on the chip so we can figure out exactly the information Galvatron has in his possession. It's a virus.
And how would you know that?
I helped him steal it. When Galvatron had Soundwave upload Unicron's database via the chip, it reacted, and Soundwave suddenly acted peculiar.
How do we know you're not lying to cover Galvatron's trail?
You don't have to trust me. All you have to say is, if you have a non-networked computer, you should use that to find out what's exactly on the chip. Which would be better? Finding out there's nothing on the chip, or having Skylinks infected with a currently unknown virus?
She has a point, Magnus. It's a better idea to be safe than sorry.
Proceed with the unnetworked link and put up all antivirus.
Proceed with extreme caution. The data link from the Decepticons may be infected. Okay, unrecognized hardware detected. I know. Let's see what happens if I tell the chip's an external hard drive. It cannot be. Oh shit. Clever. Autobot. Galvatron would have never thought of safety precautions. Oh shit. Unicron. This is beginning to sound more like a more cocktail. Correct, bearer of the Matrix. You thought I was destroyed. In reality, you succeeded in destroying my physical body. My presence cannot die. If you destroy my head, you do not destroy me. I am the destroyer. I cannot die. Balance demands it. This is beginning to sound more like a Moorcock novel. You might as well know, Autobots, that the virus infecting this primitive computer is in fact the same as the virus infecting the Decepticon-designated Soundwave. I pose a challenge to you, children of Primus. If you can defeat the virus, I will inform you of the Quintessons' whereabouts, for the Decepticons are not the true threat in this matter. The Quintessons, we defeated them. They blew up their own planet, and they wouldn't dare attack Cybertron. Cybertron? Primus wouldn't allow it. You are naive to the situation falling upon your shoulders, children of Primus. Even now, I tell you, rivals of my challenge. The Decepticons through the designate sound wave.
That thing could have infected Skylinks, or the Autobot computer.
I know, but what do we do now with the laptop? We destroy it, but will it destroy the virus? And it will help us understand how it works? We should have Wheeljack look at it further. Is there any way you could work on finding what happened to your computer and the chip without using our computer system?
Possibly. It'll be a tough nut to crack, I can assure you.
If you need any more help, let me know. This is our priority one goal.
But what about the Quintessons? They must be up to something for Unicron to give us a warning.
It wasn't a warning, it was a taunt. Where are the Quintessons now?
Right, they're probably hiding somewhere far into the galaxy.
And if Unicron isn't lying to us, the Quintessons still possess a more dangerous threat to us than the Decepticons. The Quintessons are always a threat to us. We may have the numbers, and the humans even more, but they have the advanced technology.
If you want my opinion, and I know you don't, I think it's best you guys start searching by means other than radio and digital communications. Spread some word around in person. Ask around every merc bar in the galaxy. You'll probably find some interesting rumor.
Well, it'd still be rumors, and we still don't know whether you'd be on our side.
I have no loyalty to Galvatron, Ultra Magnus.
That remains to be seen, mercenary.
I'm just glad we got Cybertron back. I miss home sometimes. It's great, but sometimes there's no place like home. I guess I'm just too much of a wanderlust. Heh, the Ridge is probably the only thing I miss so far. Wait a couple of days. Well, you gotta admit, your name doesn't strike fear to the hearts of bad guys. Well, your designation is just a car part. CHSS-1 Chassis. It's a better name than Cavalier, which is to joust. ARCRC, kinda named after a tiny minicon.
Well, I'm designated WLJK, Wheeljack.
Hey, we're having a crisis here.
Well, of course, I have a scratch on my paint job.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Artemis?
Yep, it's me, you two. Can't say I remember all that, though.
Well, sorry about that, Art. We're kind of surprised to see you. What happened? We were told you disappeared soon after the ship crashed.
It's a long story, Wheeljack. To make it short, I cracked. I lost my sight and became blind. I didn't know what to do when you guys were reported missing, probably offline. I just snapped. Cup, Prime, and Magnus had a chat with her recently. And those who know you wouldn't believe the rumors. Word gets around about a certain Autobot spy who helped keep a resistance going while we were gone. And let's not forget the stories of the mercenary who would never take a job involving innocents to be harmed.
So what's the mission?
Oh, stop with the tough guy voice, Trax. She's too much for you anyway. She would kill you.
Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip.
She's your sister. Oh, now it makes sense.
Road Rage and Artemis are directly involved in the incident as well.
The Artemis incident? Title drop? Well, we could call it Till All Are One, but that really didn't make sense.
The Decepticons have made an unusual request to get Soundwave repaired.
Yes, they want Shadow Dancer from another timeline. How are we going to do that?
I've investigated it. During our battle with the Borg several months ago, we also had a version of Shadow Dancer. Where can we find her?
It's a male human, a flesh creature, a Cillian.
Why would Galvatron agree to have us help him?
Autobots, you're too damn noble for your own good. I'm out of here.
Starscream's ghost, we didn't ask for your help.
Oh, well, I never. I am Shadow Dancer. I happen to be on the Sirius colony.
Can you repair him, Shadow Dancer, from our timeline?
Of course, Mr. Galvatron. We were studying the chip before you stole it. Proceed with the operation. It must really hurt for you to cry out like that. Of course, having your mind reformatted while still online would be rather painful, wouldn't it? Erasing your hard drive and starting from scratch would do no good. The virus is attacking hardware as well as the programming. I'm beginning to think this is a lost cause. With a word, I could tell Galvatron the virus is irreversible and have you destroyed. But then again, it might be a supreme weapon against our enemies. Activate system scanner. System scanner activated. Estimated time to completion, 50 cycles. System scanner activate. Scan for abnormal patterns in processors and neural net and transmit information to portable data port via wireless uplink. Confirmed. Data port uplink initiated. Firewall activated. Proceed.
The Quintessons are nearby, real nearby. Proxima Centauri, even.
It's probably a ruse anyway. The Quintessons are sneaky. Alright, he's in stasis lock. You may detach the chip. It is detached. Autobots, you may remove it, but make no sudden moves. The virus chip is a menace to all Cybertronians. I will destroy it. You did something noble here today, Galvatron, even if it was for self-serving reasons. I will not make a habit of it, Prime. The antivirus is actually working. And no, it's not Norton nor McAfee. They suck. And Soundwave will recover. And the other Decepticons. Now that it's purged, they will recover. But it'll take time.
Patience is not one of the Decepticons' strong suits.
You may keep her, Optimus. She is annoying. She may annoy you even more. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. You may stay or you may go.
Galvatron, what happened?
You may thank the Autobots, but it will take too long to explain. We'll return to Astrotrain. The piece of Unicron will be returned to Cybertron as well. We will take it back together. And then we will go our separate ways. Aren't you going to thank me too, Galvatron? What? Galvatron does not thank flesh creatures, but very well. Thank you.
Now that Optimus Prime pardoned your road rage, you don't need to stay here with me. I wanted to stay with you two, though. All three of us are from another time, brought into this century. Yeah, I look like Chromia, but obviously I'm not. I'm Chassis.
But, would you like to go help liberate the rejected planet?
Not right now, Blitzwing. Maybe someday.
Very well. You know where to find me. You know, you didn't really beat Unicron. You only delayed the inevitable.
Starscream. I'll try to ignore him. There's nobody there. We're gonna have to keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Yeah.